Hi guys, I'm back again for another video. And for this video, we will be talking about the communicative approach or communicative language teaching. By the way, my name is Nota Salas, a third-year BS English student at Davao del Sur State College. So, without further ado, let's start with our discussion. So, the communicative approach or communicative language teaching is a teaching approach that highlights the importance of real communication for learning to take place. It is where real communication and interaction is not only the objective in learning, but also the means through which it takes place. Instead of focusing on the acquisition of grammar and vocabulary, the communicative approach aims at developing the learner's competence to communicate in the target language, for example, English, Filipino, or whatsoever language, with an enhanced focus on real-life situations. It is also said that learners need language knowledge and also knowledge of how to use the language. According to Jack C. Richards, a learner can develop communicative competence by, first, using language for different purposes and functions. Second, varying the use of language according to the setting and participants. So, you have to use language suitable to the settings and to the participants as well. Third, producing and understanding different types of text. Fourth, maintaining communication despite linguistic limitations through the use of different language strategies. So, even if you're talking with foreigners or any person that has not the same dialects or the same language with you, you need to maintain a good posture, a good body language, a good communication with them for you to be able to understand each other through the means of different strategies. The main goal of communicative approach is to help students practice and develop their linguistic competence rather than their grammatical competence. In order to achieve this communicative competence, there are different types of syllabi that were created, and one of them is the functional notional syllabus, in which it enables learners to focus on the meaning or the function of language and practice it in a realistic setting. Example, introducing yourself. So, when you introduce yourself in a creative way, you need to use an English language. Like us, when we need to introduce ourselves, we use English language as a form of communication. And also, we are English majors, so yeah, we need to use English language. That's also one thing to enhance your communicative skills. Ordering food at a restaurant, making hotel reservation, apologizing and responding to apologies, and making a complaint, and the like. Whatever purposes that you might want, as long as that you communicate in the target language that you wanted. So, in the communicative approach, learners are the center of instruction. Instead of having teachers to lecture us and to explain to us what's this and that, it is a student-centered instruction in which learners are the one who will prepare and the one who has the autonomy of their learning. So they are the one who will write something. If their teacher wanted to write them an essay or an article, they are the one who produce an output. It means that the teacher's role only is to facilitate the learner, to guide them in the learning process all throughout, but not to spoon feed them, just like what we have been using in the past years. That teachers are keep on talking and spoon feeding their students without minding that if their students have learned something from them, or they can produce an output that is performance class based. In communicative approach, fluency and accuracy practice is very important because it is to help learners to develop their communicative competence. Apart from this, it is also important to provide them with a range of activities. Although the ultimate aim of this communicative approach is genuinely communication, there is also a room for activities and exercises that ensure students practice language in a more controlled manner, focusing on the development of their accuracy. Activities that focus on the development fluency are a vital part of communicative approach, as they give learners the opportunity to communicate meaning. So, example, in a student-student interaction, it maximizes learners' opportunities to speak. The best example for this is role-playing. In the role-play, it enables learners to express themselves in the language that they wanted to. For example, they are given an imaginary situation in which they're going to act it out through using different character or even act as themselves in that situation. Role plays enables learners to imagine themselves in realistic situations or realistic scenarios. So that's why they have this rehearse to practice their English skills or in order for them to deliver the script very well. So this role playing will help them in enhancing their communicative skills. This communicative approach also involves the integration of the different language skills. So what are these fields? These are the speaking, reading, writing, and listening. Communication, it has two categories, the input and the output. So when we say input, it is the listening and reading, while in the output, it is the speaking and writing. So learning communicative approach also has these three types of speech act. So this was being proposed by J.L. Austin on 1962 in his book. He proposed the speech act theory, in which there are types of act in every utterance given the right circumstances or context. So these are the locutionary, illocutionary, and the perlocutionary act. When we say locutionary act, it is an actual act of uttering. For example, please do the dishes. So that is the locutionary act. The illocutionary act is the social function of what is said. So I said, please do the dishes. Me, the speaker, requests the addressee to wash the dishes. So me is requesting someone from our house to wash the dishes. That's it. That's the illocutionary act. So when we say perlocutionary act, it is the resulting act of what is said. This effect is based on the particular context in which the speech act was mentioned. So, please do the dishes would lead the addressee to wash the dishes. So it is an action when someone is performing the thing that you said. So that is the perlocutionary act. Another example is that it's cold in here. So that is the locutionary act. So someone from our house have these possible interpretations to close the window or even off the air conditioner. So that would be the illocutionary act. So the perlocutionary act of that is someone, or maybe my sister, would close the window or even off the air conditioner. So that is the perlocutionary act, when someone is doing the action. I hope that you've learned something from this lesson, the communicative approach or the communicative language teaching. So I hope that you are all doing good, and thanks for watching. Keep safe.